Hello, cheers. Sunday, and the weather is beautiful. Well, as beautiful as you can get for the end of March. It's nice to get out and potter, isn't it? Get out in the garden, see what damages winter's done to things, see what jobs need doing, and potter around a bit. So I've been doing a bit of pottering, chucked some seed on the lawn, took a hinge off the garden shed to try and get it moving again because it's seized up. Get it sprayed, I had to knock it with a hammer a couple of times to get it moving again, and added some 3-in-1 to it. This is what's left of the triple by rickshaw that I started yesterday afternoon on the live Zoom chat, but by then I was a bit mottled, shall we say. And cheers, Rick. I think I said it was lovely at the time. So I'd opened this and kind of, I think I did a little review of it while I was online. Things are a bit hazy now. It was a good day yesterday. I was only on for the afternoon. From about lunchtime I joined till about 5:30 when the football kicked off. Yeah, that went well as well, didn't it? Okay, now beaten by Everton. Don't get much worse than that, does it? Sorry, big banana. You know I don't mean it. Yes, I do. So what are we doing? This is what's left. It's gone a bit flat now. It was fizzy, nice and fizzy when I just poured it. What was left? It's, what is it? 7.6%. So it's a big hitter. Taste it. It's nice. It's very nice. It is what I'd expect from a triple. It warms the cockles. So I needed a bit of a pick me up again after yesterday's session. I did knock a few back. So that was the live Zoom brew day. I didn't brew because I brewed twice already this week. So yeah, quite impressed with myself. I did on the Tuesday, I did the spring beer and from the Bible. So that's 4 kilos Maris Otter and I think 500 grams of Munich. Let's have a look, see what it says here. I didn't have any white tie, so I just used Citra instead. So it's Galaxy and Citra I use. Yeah, so 500 grams of Munich, yeah. So, yeah. And then Galaxy, it says 30 grams tab. I think you're looking for 34.6 IBU for the whole thing, according to this. So I think I used about 15 grams of Galaxy on me started a boil, and then 25 grams of Galaxy at hop stand with I think 20 grams of Citra also at flame out sort of thing. This says Thames Valley Ale yeast. I used SO4 and it's been bubbling away nicely. It's calmed down now. I supposed to be, I get my numbers these days, they're all over the spot, I have to be honest. For 23 litres I got 22, so I'm a litre short. But what's this say you're supposed to get? 1.046. Right, I think I got 1.054, so way over and a litre short. But I double checked everything as I was doing it. It all seemed fine. Anyway, it is what it is. It's down to 1.014. This says it should get down to about 1.012, but with using the Grainfather app, it's saying I should get down to about 1.009, I think, using the SO4 yeast rather than the Thames Valley Ale yeast. So that was Tuesdays, and on Friday I brewed again I needed to use up some Pilsner malt. I had 1.5 kilos of Pilsner malt, and I have a load of wheat malt that I've had for a couple of years now, 2 or 3 years. I bought a sack of it and it's just sitting there, driving me mad. So I used up 3 kilos of that. And did the American wheat beer. Now, it asked for 2.5 kilos of Pilsner malt, but I didn't. So I chucked in, where is the brew? I chucked in 1 kilo of Maris Otter. Yeah, I know, it's not brilliant. But it is what it is, isn't it? As I say, well, make a wheat beer. So, and then it's supposed to be Carapils, 300 grams, but I didn't have any Carapils. I couldn't find. I think I chucked in Munich again, and I think I only used 200 grams of Munich. And a load of rice hulls, because that wheat malt, as I say, has been sat there a few years. And I struggle with the sparges and wheat malt at the best of times in the Grainfather, so I certainly made sure I chucked in a load of rice hulls. I used, I think it was 450 grams of rice hulls, and it gave a good sparge, a nice steady trickle sparge, not too rushed and not stuck and not too slow. So it went well. That one, oh god, I had a nightmare of a moment with that one. I tried to move it slightly, the whole thing, and it must have pulled on the cord, which kind of pulled it out of the socket, so it turned off. This was during the boil, and I didn't notice for a couple of minutes. Then I did notice. I plugged it back in, switched it back on, and it was supposed to reconnect with the app on my phone and carry on where it started. It's done it before where I've accidentally turned things off, and you can start. It'll pick it up from where you were and carry on. It didn't this time. I tried it, turn it off and on and again a few times. In the end, I had to end that session and restart the beer session and jump in on the timer and knock 20 minutes off. And I think once I got to temp, obviously, I had to get, because it dropped down, because it stopped boiling. It dropped down to about 94, I think it got to, before I actually started to get it heating up again. So that was a bit of a nightmare. Volume on that one, I'm not sure about, because that's gone in the bucket rather than in the Grainfather conical. So I don't have any gradations on that, so I don't really care about that. It's just a bucket, isn't it? You know, I just chuck beer in it and ferment it and then put it into a keg. And if I have 19 litres, whoopee. If I have a bit more, I fill up my demijohn possibly and drink it. That or yeah, it is what it is as well. So I'm not sure whether I got enough, but that recipe is supposed to be, according to this, 5.9%, so it's 1.058. I think I got about 1.06 or 0.62, something like that. It was closer anyway. And so I'm not sure on the amount of liquor I got out of it. Water I got out of it. So that is Citra again. It was Citra and Citra, lots of Citra. To get a total IBU of 25. But as I say, with this book, the old Bible-y book, it doesn't have IBUs for flame out editions. So I always drop it to about 78 and add them then. Now that's something on the Grainfather app, you can actually put what temperature you add, and it does slightly alter the IBUs that you're getting from it now on that app, which is good. Then gone to this, right? So what's this say to use? Why use 1010 American wheat? Well, I didn't have any of that, so I used the Crossmaloof Crystal Weizen. I tried to ask a few people, if they knew what would be an appropriate yeast to put in into like the app for the Grainfather, because it didn't obviously have Crossmaloof yeast on there. And Dickie Dude's Brews, he said you're best off using a dry ale yeast, because any ones he's used, it's always dried, attenuated a lot lower than those. So anyway, I went with, I'd already by then picked the Weihenstephan the Weihenstephan yeast, and added a couple of points to the attenuation, because I've gone for 25 degrees on that. I thought that was a good mid point. I want to get as much of the esters out of that yeast as I can get, and it smells lovely. It really does. I really like getting a bubblegummy sort of aroma from it, the banana-y esters and bubblegummy thing. So I'm looking forward to that coming out and having that. Oh, mate, tastes beer. Cheers again, Rick. I'm not really sure what to say about it. It's just a lovely triple. It's clean. It's got I say clean. It's got a little bit of heat to it, which it should have. With the triple, you do want some heat to these. I mean, let's have a look, see what this says in here for theirs. I don't know if this is. I don't know if he'd used the Bible to do his triple, but we'll have a look anyway. See what it says for this. I do tend to refer to this rather a lot, don't I? I keep trying beers off other things, and it's also there's a lot of finicky ones. This is quite straightforward, and I like that straightforwardness of it. There's no like you have to have this specific 23 different types of grain in to make it right kind of thing. This is just like pretty much what you have in, kind of your basics. So that's what I do like. Right. Where are we? Talk amongst yourselves for a while I try and find this sodding Belgian thing. It's all in one area, isn't it, the Belgian stuff? And I'm looking in the wrong area for it. It's quite Belgian strong golden ale, so it should be near there. Belgian double, Belgian triple. Pilsner malt 6.3, Carry Munich malt 250 grams. Less complex malt flavours than its cousin the double. Belgian triple has a crisp tart finish, although high in alcohol, it doesn't taste overpowering. It doesn't taste overpowering. I wouldn't say it was crisp and tart though. No, it's a little. Yeah, there's no tartness to it. It's almost, it's quite, it's not dry, but it is crisper. It's slightly dry, so it's slightly dry. Anyway, that's gone. It was lovely. Thank you very much, Rick. Now I'm on the wheat beers. The old little specials are back in this week. The wheat beers and the Festi beers things, which I think are like a Marzen, an Oktoberfest beer, like a Marzen, and because Mr. Steve Ogden had posted a picture of his, and I really like the look of it. Well done, Steve. 8 weeks lagering. That's a lot of time for me. So I had a couple of those Fest beers, and they're all right. They're not too bad. They're not world beaters, but they're for 99p for a 500ml can of something different. It was nice. But I do have a taste for these wheat beers. So what else have we got to talk about? So I've done the two brews. I've got enough pale malt left. I think I've probably got about 4 to 5 kilos of pale malt. So I don't think I can do the old ale, which I think is about 6. But I might do something like just a bitter Abbey beer. That's 4.5 kilos of Belgian, but I haven't got any Belgian Pilsner. That's Pilsner. Northern brown ale, pale malt 4.8. No, don't want a brown ale. Old ale. Oh wow, that's a lot less than I thought. 4.5 kilos of pale malt. I might do an old ale. And saying that, I've been saving this one. I've been saving this one for a while. This is the old ale from Rickshaw that I will be possibly trying either next week or later in this week. But I am saving that one. It's the old ale. I like an old ale. He knows I do. Anyone who watches my channel knows I like the old ale, and I've been pushing that beer for a long time because I didn't think it was getting much attention. Certainly not the attention it should get, because it is a very good beer. Anyway, so yeah, I could do that next. I might do an old ale. But saying that, I've now got the spring beer is quite mine will come out about 5%, 5.2 or something. The American wheat beer, we're looking at about 6.7 or something ridiculous. So if I get an old ale, that was like 8 to 9%. We're getting a bit silly, aren't we? I don't want to get a bit silly. So I might just do the summer ale. Yeah, about summer ale. Anyway, I'll see how this. Oh, actually, I do know what I was going to do. I was going to use the Vernon yeast, wasn't I? That was what. Yeah, I've still got the Vernon ale yeast, so I have some Idaho 7 as well, and some Galaxy. So I might do Galaxy and Idaho 7. I think, off the top of my head, that Mr. Matt Calaby Brew Boy Calabi. I think that's what he's done for his NEPA. I think it's Galaxy and Idaho 7. I know it's Idaho 7. It could be either Citra or Galaxy. I can't remember which one. I mean, I've still got... I might use Citra as well. I might go Citra, Galaxy. But I had a beer off Jack Forsey. And he'd used the virgin yeast. And he'd done... that was the Idaho 7 and Galaxy, I think that was, as well. And he did sent me two. One was the... I've got it here. He's still got his paper here, yeah. Oh, Idaho Citra Sabro. That's what he'd done. So he'd used the Lallemand NEPA yeast for one. And then the Idaho Citra Sabro with Verdant. And the Verdant one, wow, it sang. So, it really did. It sang really fruity. So, I will have a go with that and do that, hopefully. Other news, new glasses. Hey, yeah, we've got the new glasses. I'm struggling. I'm not struggling. It's just a bit odd, the fact that if I look downwards, everything goes all a bit blurred and funny. And yeah, when you're walking along, you can't look down at your feet. You have to kind of move your head with your eyesight, because this is my vision area, this is my reading area, and it's just like you just suddenly go woof, woof, things. It's just a bit weird. Take a bit getting used to, but I suppose I will. Other than that, beard, give it a bit of a trim yesterday. Had my hair cut and a trim, tidied it up a bit. It was getting a bit shaggy, and the missus was, well, she hates it anyway, but she moaned more than ever when it gets a bit unkempt looking, so shall we say. So it's a bit tidier now. Hopefully it'll get a bit of a bush. But summer, wow, we might be able to go outside again, go places, see people, talk to them, have a drink with them. God, yeah, sitting here talking to nobody, which is what I'm doing, but I could just see myself talking to myself, is one thing, but being able to talk to people again. The Zoom's all well and good, but it's not the same as hanging out with people and having the time with them. I mean, I'm not booked in this year for LCBF. I didn't book in last year's. That never happened, so I don't have a rollover ticket now. I haven't bought one for this year anyway. So I don't think I'll be going this year, but I might go to the... if they do... we don't know what's happening, do we? No one knows. We're all hopeful. Everyone's hopeful, vaccinated and all that, and we can go places and things can be on again, and we're all hoping for that. So I'd like to do, if Wylam do theirs, that's usually October, I think, mid-October-ish, which is nice because it's just after my birthday, which this year I am 50 years old. I didn't think I'd get that far, to be honest. Certainly not after drinking as much of this as I do, and I've done since I was able to go into a pub. Yeah, so I think I'd like to do the Wylam. Wylam's good for me because my sister lives up in Morpeth, and I kind of go stay with them because the brother-in-law, he's a bit of a beery, a bit of a craft fan, so he comes too. So we take turns buying the tickets. It was meant to be his turn last year, and obviously it all fell through. So I'm not sure what's happening. So hopefully we may go this year, and hopefully I'll see lots of you. I do like the Wylam one. I did like it the last time I went. I did an overnight stay at the Punch Tavern here near the airport kind of thing, and stayed where there was Big Banana, Rusty and Mr. Matt Calabi were all there. So we had an evening out the night before going to the session the next morning. That was good. Right, anyway, so I've chatted and blathered for a while. I'm going to go and finish sorting out this hinge on this garden shed, have a couple of beers in the not real sunshine, is it? Just being outside, being able to just sit outside. It's lovely. Welcome back, sunshine. Right, if you managed to make it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.